Hi, I'm live from the floor of CES 2015, surrounded by millions of consumer electronic devices. There's an assumption that millennials, 18 to 34, only spend on those devices and refuse to pay for traditional or digital media content legally. That's not the case. In 2015, we predict that the average North American millennial will spend $750 on media content legally. Across the 83 million millennials in North America, that's an over $60 billion market in 2015. Now we'll go back to studio where Paul Lee and I will discuss this topic further. There's a lot of millennials. There's about 250 million in the developed world alone. And when you look at it, now the younger ones spend less, although it's a big portion of their incomes. 30% of their income goes on tech, media, and telecom. When you look at the age group, 18-34, as a whole, they are spending $750 per person per year on content only.
750. I mean, that buys a lot of content. So how can they be spending that much money on content?
Well, it's the little things that add up. When you look across books, actually going to the movies in theaters, maybe a streaming video on demand service, something like Netflix, you got your video games, music streaming services, concerts and festivals, either a small venue or one of these multi-day festivals, live sports, people still go to live sports, and crucially, not all millennials are going to have the big premium sports package from a pay TV provider, but tens of millions do. Across the entire population in the developed world, that's how we get to our 750s times 200 million, and we're back at our 150 billion.
Okay, so there's a lot to spend on content, but I thought that millennials were spending all their money on smartphones, on laptops, on tablets, on games consoles. So, is that significant as well?
Yeah, there's a shift. Back when you and I were millennials ourselves, or at least in that age category, we probably spent more on content and less on hardware and services. My first phone line didn't cost a lot of money. These days, you can get away with you can get some free TV, you can get free music, you can get certainly free newspapers, but you need more devices. And we talked in one of our predictions, ever-increasing need to upgrade our phones. When you look at those devices and services, the data plans that connect them, millennials are spending an additional $3,000 per year. So the content's a small portion of the total pie, but between those two, you are looking at a global market that is in excess of $500 billion from the generation that won't spend.